Mother, come closer in spirit and listen with your heart, not your ears alone. I know how quietly you carry the weight of love, how silently you endure the responsibilities placed upon you, and how rarely you allow yourself to be seen in your fullness. I am Archangel Michael, guardian, protector, and witness to your unseen strength. Today I speak to you not to command, not to correct, but to comfort you, because your soul has been calling out even when your lips have remained silent. I have watched you rise before the world awakens and continue long after the day has exhausted your body. I have seen your hands work tirelessly, your mind never truly resting, your heart divided between care, worry, and hope. Many times you give without being asked, love without being thanked, and sacrifice without being recognized. You wonder if anyone notices, if anyone understands the depth of what you carry. Know this now, and let it settle deeply within you. Nothing you do is unseen. Nothing you give is forgotten. There are moments when you feel invisible, as though the world looks through you instead of at you. You smile so others feel safe, yet inside you are tired. You encourage others while your own spirit longs for reassurance. You hold families together with patience and prayer, even when your own heart feels fragile. Mother, this invisibility you feel is not weakness. It is the quiet strength of one who gives without demanding acknowledgement. Heaven recognizes this strength, and I stand as its witness. You often question yourself in the stillness of night. You ask if you are doing enough, if you are doing it right, if you are failing without realizing it. These thoughts weigh heavily on your soul, and yet you rise again the next day and continue. I tell you now with absolute clarity, your effort matters more than perfection. Your intention carries more power than flawless outcomes. Love given imperfectly is still divine. When exhaustion settles into your bones and your spirit feels stretched thin, you do not need to explain your pain. You do not need to justify your weariness. Simply breathe and call my name. I come not only in moments of danger, but in moments of quiet collapse, when you feel you cannot give one more piece of yourself. I strengthen what feels weak, protect what feels vulnerable, and restore what feels depleted. Mother, it is not selfish to rest. It is not failure to pause. Even the strongest pillars must sometimes be reinforced. Your worth is not measured by how much you endure, but by the love you carry. You do not have to earn peace. You deserve it. Release the guilt you feel when you take a moment for yourself. That guilt does not come from love. It comes from forgetting your own value. I know there are days when gratitude is scarce and criticism feels loud. Words spoken carelessly have wounded you more deeply than you admit. Expectations placed upon you feel heavy and unfair. Still, you continue because love compels you forward. Let me remind you, you are not meant to carry every burden alone. Place them in my hands. I am strong enough to hold what overwhelms you. Your love shapes souls in ways you may never fully witness. The patience you show today becomes resilience tomorrow. The kindness you model becomes compassion in another generation. Even when results are not immediate, the seeds you plant are alive and growing. Trust this process. Heaven works in timelines longer than human sight. When loneliness whispers to you, when you feel misunderstood even among those closest to you, know that you are accompanied. I stand beside you in quiet kitchens, dimly lit bedrooms, hospital rooms, classrooms, and all the spaces where your love is poured out unseen. You are never truly alone, even when silence surrounds you. Mother, your tears are sacred. Do not dismiss them. Each tear carries a prayer. Each sigh carries a longing. I gather them, not to count your pain, but to honor your endurance. Nothing that breaks your heart escapes divine notice. Healing begins when you allow yourself to be held instead of always holding others. There will be seasons when your strength feels abundant and seasons when it feels borrowed. Both are allowed. You are not required to be unbreakable to be worthy. Even angels rest between battles. Even guardians pause to renew their light. Allow yourself the same grace. If doubt clouds your mind, return to this truth. You are enough as you are in this moment. Not when things are easier, not when you are stronger. Now, your presence alone is valuable. Your love alone is transformative. I ask you gently now to place your hand over your heart. Feel its rhythm. That steady beat is proof of resilience, devotion, and life. That is where my protection rests, guarding what matters most within you. Let peace enter where worry has lived. Let reassurance replace self-judgment. Continue forward, Mother, not with fear, but with trust. You are guided. You are protected. You are seen. And I, Archangel Michael, remain with you in strength, in softness, in every step you take.